Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia quick tip again. I showed this, what I show now, sometimes in my tutorials, and but I every time get the question how I do my toolbars, like this toolbar for the materials, or this toolbars here, or how I set my own default values in Cinema 4D, and how you save a layout correctly, and these questions I will ask now here, and this will be a quick tip because it's not really really hard to understand. It's quite easy, the whole thing, but you have to know how it works. So let's start. Let's start with toolbars. Toolbars are a simple thing here. I close this one and we make this new. Okay. To start a new toolbar, go to Windows, Customization, Customize Palettes, or simply, you know, I am a shortcut nerd, so simply hit Shift F12. So I have this here. So if you want to delete some symbols or some icons here or something else, you have to go to Edit Palettes too. So tick this, and you see this gets blue, and okay, nice. So for a new palette we need new palette. So I click on New Palette and I have it here, empty palette. And now let's say I want these material scripts from my Nikomedias Scene Rig, and so I search for it. Met underscore. Here I have my mets here, and simply let's say I want a diffuse material here in my toolbar. I want a plastic material in the toolbar. I want a glossy material in the toolbar. I want a transparent material. These are the things you get with the Nikomedias Scene Rig Pro, and the car paint and the real displacement texture you get with the ultimate version. So what do I do now with this bar? You see here this gripped field here. I just click on it and now I can drag this. You see the previews here, they get white, as it become white or light gray, and I want it here on the top, and so I release my mouse button and I have it here. Okay, the icons are a little too big, so right click on it, small icons, and I have everything here. Of course, now you can drag in, let's say you want a car paint material too, and I have it. So good. If you have set up everything like you wanted, don't forget to save it. So to save it is go to Windows, Customization, and here Save Layout As. And then you give it a name, whatever you want, and you will find it here under Layout. You see I have here my Nico R20, or Tutorials R20, and so on. If you know you want this layout every time you start cinema, so then you go to and save it as starter layout as well. So save it first, let's say your name or something else, and then save it again as startup layout too. And then it will start every time like you want it here. And now the next thing. Yeah, layout. This is the layout, the toolbars and everything. If you want the project every time to start like this, let's say I have no grid here, as you can see I have no horizon here and nothing else. I have very dark stripes here, the top and the bottom, and this you can make as well. So let's say you want these dark things here. With Shift V you come to the viewport settings, go to View, and here this opacity, the tinted border, they call this. You can deactivate them, of course, but I wanted the data. They are at 10, I think, so, but you just don't see it. So okay, I want this. So to see a new project should always start like this for me, and not only this. Now I go to, let's say, quantize. I changed my quantizing here to go to modeling, quantize. The default values are at 10 here normally, and I have everything at 5 here. Okay, set everything as 5. Then in the project setting with Control D we come there, The key interpolation is here set to linear. The default is normally that's spline, but I want it linear because I mostly need linear, so I don't need the this spline mode. Okay, set up everything, the dynamics, let's say the expert. I have steps per frame. I could say, okay, 5 is too less for me, I want 10. But I let it now, but just for example, can set up here 10 and. So now when you say, now everything is like I want it, so okay, now I'm happy with this, just save this file under, so this is Ctrl-Shift-S, save under the Maxa Cinema 4D root path here, and just save it as new C4D. And if you save it as new C4D, I don't overwrite it now. So, but if you save it as new C4D, you every time get this layout you want when you start a new project. So untitled 1, untitled 2 is every time now like you want it. And the same is with objects, let's say, or deformers or something else. Let's say you see here, I go to sphere and I say, okay, I have this sphere. Normally the sphere here is a standard sphere. This is the normal, but most of the time I use the icosahedron. So I set it icosahedron, and now I go to edit and set as default. And when I set as default, I will be asked if I'm sure, and of course I'm sure. I know what I do. Yes, and it's funny. I have the English version here installed, and it says here ja und nein. That's cool. Okay. Yes, and so now when I make a sphere, you see I'm always have the icosahedron. I can do the same with the bevel deformer, for instance. You see, I start default. I have my default use angle is on, angle threshold at 40, offset 1, subdivision 3. This is my default. So I just set everything up here like I want it, and then edit, set as default. And you get it every time the same. So you don't have to set up every time what you want, you get it like you want it. Then, next thing. Let's say I want sphere. Then I want another sphere, but here is the cube, so I have to go in and get another sphere. Of course, I know control drag, we have these spheres here too. But it is much easier when you have here always the last used object, and not the cube or the subdivision surface or whatever. So how you can do this is very, very easy. Right click on it, lock icon, unlock it, and now when I make a sphere, see, now I have the sphere here. Sphere. Make a plane. I have the plane here, plane. And this is much easier. You can do this, of course, here on the lock icon here. So when I say I want an extrude, now I have to extrude here, and not the subdivision surface. But here I mostly need the subdivision surface, so I want here the lock icon. Okay, and if you did this everything, so then you save it as a new to C4D, and it will work like you want. What's next? That's it for now. No, one thing what I got, how I make this my content browser thing. So like my HDRI folder here. Everything. Well, where can I find this HDRI folder? This is my own. This is my private folder. So this is. You can't buy it, you can nothing. Most of them is just from the SIBL loader. So you will find the link in the description of the video. And yeah, I have it here. So this is very easy to do as well. So go to the presets, file, new preset library. Then you name it. Let's say we make a HDRI folder now. Name it HDRI to get this HDRI folder then. Then right click, new folder, you can make the subfolders here, like here, the indoor, And how do I bring in HDRIs in this thing here? Next easy thing. I have here my thing, I have here some of my own HDRIs. So let's see, I want to bring in this Planetarium Wien. Okay, so you see I'm in the bridge now here. This is the Adobe bridge. And you can do this, you can drag it from the bridge, you can inside, you can drag it from the Explorer, from the Windows Explorer, from the Finder in Mac or something else. You just drag it in the content browser here, in your folder. And this is all you have to do. Planetarium, it needs a little time, and then I have my HDRI inside here. And I mostly want the PNG for a background picture too, so I put this into. So I have it here, and this is automatically saved as a lib4d file in your preset folder. So if you go to the preset folder, do I have it open now? So I go to my preset folder. I don't have it in the default folder, but it's here, where you have all your lib4d files. Like if you have the Cinema 4D, the Nikomedias Scene Rig, you see everything is inside here, and this is where you find all your lib4d files. And yeah, and here I have my HDRI lib4d. And when you did this, you can back up this folder, you can save it somewhere, and every time when you have to install new, or the new version of Cinema comes out, just copy your HDRI folder, HDRI lib4d in your folder here, and just done. You have everything in here. Same is easy with the materials. You see, this is my material for this. This you can download from the my Patreon site. For patrons €5 and above, they can download this. And this will be every time a little more and more and more and more. This is what we have at the moment. And yeah. And if you want to make a new material and save it in your material, this is very easy. Yeah, material, the same. I've been asked how I make my material presets. This is the same again. Let's say we double click here in the material manager, and this is my default material. But this is not like this normally. Normally it's can I bring it back? Yes, I can bring it back. Wait. Delete. Here is somewhere a user thing. Defaults. So you see, these are my defaults here, and material default. I delete this, so I come back to when I double click down the material manager, I have this. This is like the material will be from Cinema, with a specular thing that nobody needs, I think. So now I set up my material like I want it to start every time. So I delete the specular here. I never use specular. Good. Make a GGX here. Let's see, a little roughness. Here, dielectric and pet. Okay, I want it every time like this. Here a little brighter maybe, so name this specular. So okay, this is what I want every time that my material starts. So I click on my material here. And here in the attributes of the material, in the attribute manager, I have now the same. Edit, save as default. Yes. And now when I delete my material here and double click, now you see I have my material with the spec and my color, and I start every time with this material. And this is of course it saves a lot of time if you don't have to do every time the same steps, and so. Okay, yeah, that's it. So, and yes, and if you have now your new material, so this is a new material, and you want to save this material, so go to the content browser, make again, go presets, file, make a new preset library, name it your materials, or my materials, or our materials, however you want, and just go to your materials, the other stuff, and just drag it inside here, and that's it. Your material is saved and this is saved now under Nikomedia textures PR lib4d file. And if this material has any textures or something else like this here, you will see the textures will be saved as well. So everything will be saved as well. And everything is now in a lib4d file, and you have it, you can store it wherever you want, in the cloud or somewhere, and you never lose it. So I delete this because this we don't need. Okay. So I think everything is set here now. Yeah. Yeah, and with the question, another question was what's so different on these materials, because in my tutorials I mostly use just the diffuse material here, and this is just color, nothing else. You see, everything is deactivated, just color. But more complicated materials like let's say the car paint material. Click on this. You see, you have now a custom tab here, and this custom tab is just one tab where you can find everything in one tab. So you see, we have a base, we have the flakes, we have the coating, we have everything here, and you don't have to go inside the material and go in the layer or something else, and you don't have to go wherever you don't. It's much easier to have everything under one tab. Same with the metal. You click on the metal thing, custom, and you see we have here. This is the most important settings. You don't need the other settings. Same with the plastic material. So plastic, custom, oops, everything is here. Good. And the real displacement texture thing that what I have is everything with a free slot. Let's bring this thing. Shift F12. Mat underscore real displacement. Drag it in here. Whoops, you see it's there. Make a new material. And this material just use it is the color. Bring in the diffuse texture. Here you bring in the displacement texture. And then you see the displacement is, you have to enable the displacement, bring the texture in, and then you have everything. Glossy, roughness, and these are the channels you get, these maps you get from the real displacement textures site. The link is in the description as well. Good. Yeah, that's it, I think. So what we learned how to make our toolbar. We learned how to set up our set as default things. We learned how to save our settings here in the project settings, key interpolation, and whatever you want. Shift V for the viewport settings here, darker borders and yeah, the mode we changed here the quantize. Oh yeah, that's it. We know how to make the folder now for the HDRIs and something else. We know how to bring the last tools here in the toolbar, the last used tools, and so on. Okay, I hope that this helped a little bit, because I really get often this question, how you do this, how you do this, how you do this. And yeah, I think this should answer the question. Good. Yeah, one question more. I knew I forgot one. How to make it layout, like this colors and everything. This is very easy too. So with Control E, you come in the preferences folder, in the preferences editor or something else. This just needs every time a little bit until I come in, but it comes with the time. It's Sunday, so don't have. Okay, and here in the scheme colors is this editor colors. You can change here every whole colors. Hair colors, you can change it here, and interface color, you can change it here. And so if you have everything here, this will be mostly saved under dark color, dark COL, because I have here the dark scheme. And the dark COL we find in the Cinema 4D root folder, but this every time I have to search for myself. Plugins, no, just search it here. Dark color, nice, thank you. Ist das Modul so? Just loading the file. I want to open it. Dateipfad aktiviert. So, and here's the dark call. It's the R20 resource modules, C4T plugins, themes, dark. And this will be saved under dark call. The areas will be saved your colors and yeah, your colors of course. Good, and this of course you can back up too, and then when you install Cinema New or something else, just drag copy this dark call in this folder and you are done. Okay, that's it. Okay, I think I will record a tutorial today too, so stay tuned. And yeah, see you soon, and I hope you like this. I hope you can use this. I hope you learned something. Yeah, you can use it. This is the correct thing. So, and now time for lunch. Okay, so I wish you all a nice Sunday, and yeah, say best regards from Vienna, and see you hopefully soon. Bye bye, tschüss und baba.